What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is August the 27th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off today, there's not a lot of data points coming out that's going to really disrupt the broader market. If anything, it's just last minute fears associated to two big bad NVIDIA's earnings. So I feel like the market's been really talking about that for a while now. It's going to be a very big make it or break it moment. You do see the fear and greed index kind of moving higher, so it is high neutral right now, possibly moving to the greed at 55. But despite people's appetite for risk increasing, that's not really resemblant today. So far pre-market, you do see a lot of big money focusing on large cap stocks. So it's kind of interesting, right? You do see at the same time the futures slightly red, NASDAQ down 0.26%, S&P down 0.22%, and then the Dow is down 0.32%. Dow did hit a all-time high yesterday, so I think it's more of a psychological kind of retracement due to that as well. So we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But without further ado, let's get right to it. SOFI is down currently 1.3%. So SOFI has been outperforming the broader market this last week. So vice versa is going to happen. It's going to get hit a little bit more. So currently down 1.43%. They did put out news though. So nothing really crazy if you ask me. So this isn't a reason to go out and buy a SOFI nor sell. It's just more fluff, if that kind of makes sense. But at least SOFI is moving in the right direction, trying to focus more on Galileo, tech side, and everything else, because their last earnings that was somewhat lackluster. And I don't know, maybe this is where Anthony Noto might be trying to pivot and focus towards, because he did announce, or not he, but SOFI did announce yesterday that there's going to be a fireside chat it looks like on September the 9th. Goldman Sachs is going to be hosting it. So yeah, I think that should be a fun old time. Shorts right now though, the short interest is 18.05%. That is a new one. There was a new report that came out yesterday from the NASDAQ, which did disclose as of August the 15th, there was 192.75 million shares overall being shorted, which works out to be 18.41%. What Ortex and a lot of other platforms do is they take this information, calculate up to today's date. So this is why you get that 18.09%, not that 18.41. One point to really watch for, which it kind of just broke right below right now. So with it at 756, it is trading between these 2 points, so the pivot and this R1. So watch for 739 to hold, and then 757 to be that next strong resistance / target. Or if it just flirts with this, but regardless, watch for this R1, either to kind of stay above, below, and whatever else. When it comes to PayPal, no actual news. It's just oddly, and it's not even moving that much. It is only down 0.28%. But like I said, a lot of big money is focusing towards a lot of these large cap stocks, fintechs. So yeah, it's getting a lot of attention despite the lack of news. Still, it's not heavily shorted, so 1.86% of the free float's being shorted, and that is a very positive surprise. So it has gone down dramatically. Again, that new report did come out, so it went from, actually it's not even loading. There we go. So it went from around 2.05 to 1.84. So kind of showed that between July 31st and August 15th, shorts did return quite a lot. But right now with it at $71.53, it is trading between these 2 points. So the pivot and this R1. So 71.04 is going to be a strong support that you'll want to watch for. 72.98 will be that next strong resistance / target. So PDD did have a crazy day yesterday. So they did unveil their earnings. I did my video. I was anticipating that it was going to recover slightly. It did momentarily, but then it just got massacred pretty much throughout the day, stabilized around that $100 range. But today it seems to be getting hit a little bit more, so kind of pushing it below that psychological $100 mark. So just kind of watch for that. It's not heavily shorted, so 4.05% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 30.25 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts are increasing a small amount from yesterday, so It's nothing really crazy. It's not a short squeeze stock, but they are starting to enter back in with it right now at 98.76. It is trading between these this S1 and the pivot. So 118 will be the strong support, and then 84 will be the next strong support. And I'm looking at the 1 week as well. So very, very strong support and resistance points. I'm not saying either are going to be touched today, but yeah, looking at the fib levels, 4 hour, 1 day, the 1 minute, all of them aren't really kind of close whatsoever. So yeah, take that into consideration. And obviously, like I mentioned, a lot of stocks so far are fairly large cap stocks. Even Nike is down 0.25%, and no actual news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. But big money is really gravitating towards. So I don't know if there's a minor rotation out of large cap stocks, maybe back into money markets. There's a lot of fear maybe, or last minute kind of thoughts on NVIDIA's earnings, but Nike is down slightly. Not a squeeze stock as well, so 1.86% of the free float. If you do look at it in comparison though, shorts have been really getting in. So roughly in February it was 1.17%, and at its high it was at 2.03. So shorts did really get in over the last 6 months, but yeah, it's still not a squeeze stock by any means. Just bringing that up as a benchmark though. Right now with it at 83 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this R1, so 83.83. Just watch for that to hold. That's going to be the next strong support. Flip side, 84.56. If anything, I do anticipate this pivot to be broken and it trade between this S1 and pivot throughout the day, depending on how crazy it does get. Last minute fears, you might see a kind of a touch of this S1 as well. So just stay tuned for that. And then Trinity Biotech, it is up 54.19% because of this news. So they did raise guidance for their sales, 2024 sales, and also increased orders of that TrinScreen HIV. So this is what they do in case you are curious. So you can pause it and read through it. It is healthcare equipment, 380 employees, founded in 92, and it is based out of Ireland. Not a heavily shorted stock at all. So 1.79% of the free float is being shorted. Right now, those shorts are increasing quite a lot. So 258,000 shares, bringing the grand total to 344.57 thousand shares. So yeah, it's interesting, very, very interesting. And you can kind of see right here that shorts have started to really double down quite a lot with this company. So yeah, stay tuned on what happens with this. But right now, it is still holding these gains with it at 303 right now. It is trading between this pivot and this R1, so $2.79 will be the strong support. Flip side, $3.36 is going to be the next strong resistance / target. So these are the stocks that big money is kind of gravitating and playing with today. What is your thoughts? Do you own any of them? And what else is on your watch list? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link to that is in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.